Hey guys, how's it going? This is Kim with Shop Lularoekimstinson Bay Area, and I'm going to make a video today that addresses the most common concerns people have when they're thinking about selling LuLaRoe, and really the things that might hold people back from just jumping into this. And I first want to preface it by saying, if you feel this desire or this drive to sell LuLaRoe, don't let anything stop you. The numbers speak for themselves. This company is a baby. It's growing rapidly. It's only 3 years old, and women are doing amazing things with it, and you can too. So again, all the concerns I'm going to talk about, there are solutions to all of them. So none of them should prevent you from selling this. Okay. So a little backstory on me. I found out about LuLaRoe probably in like January. A friend had added me to her friend's shop group, and I didn't really get it at first. I just kept seeing all these really cute leggings, and I'm like, what is this? Like, how do I buy these? So I finally figured it out. It's a bit of a process, but once you figure it out, it's super easy, right? And I started buying leggings, and I couldn't stop. And then I started buying dresses and Irmas, and you know how it goes. It's the evolution of LuLaRoe. And then I couldn't get LuLaRoe off my mind. I would be up at night. I couldn't sleep. I kept watching all these YouTube videos. And I pretty much became obsessed, and I pretty much knew I had to sell it. And nothing had ever like hit me like this before with the company, but I just knew that like I need to be doing what these other girls are doing. I love this product. I love the company, and the money potential is it's just amazing. So told my husband. He's like, no, there's better ways to make money than selling leggings. So I'm like, yeah, I listened to him for a little bit, and then I'm like, no, I'm doing it. Like, either back me or don't, but I'm doing it. And he wasn't too argumentative, but he's just like, fine, if you need to do this, do it. So first objection, the husband. He's probably going to protest, because who wouldn't? I mean, you're basically saying you want to sell clothes online, and there's a lot of money involved to start up with, and your time is going to be consumed, within reason. So yeah, expect objections from the husband or the family members. But they will see the light in time. Okay. So you do what you need to do, and you go for it. So you can share with them the data. You can show them the numbers. You can say, show them how people are doing, but ultimately you need to decide, and with or without their support, you need to do it if it's something you really want to do. The biggest objection or the biggest concern people have, which is a completely legitimate concern, is the startup cost. So to start up with LuLaRoe, you are going to spend about $5,500. That's the current onboarding package. It's going to buy you about 350 pieces of clothing. Now, the concept is you're a store basically, right? So you are buying from LuLaRoe at wholesale, and you're turning around and selling it for retail. And again, whether that's online or at home pop-ups, you are a store, and you can't have a store without product, right? So it's not a $200 startup fee. It is, you basically have to buy your inventory so you have something to show people. It's a little scary because it's a lot of money, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have been doing this for 2 months, and I have completely paid back my initial investment of $6,000. And I did it almost, I would have done it in the first month if I hadn't taken that money to reinvest into inventory. But my first month, I sold $8,000 in sales, and I just calculated my sales for the month of June, my second month, and I hit $11,600 in sales. So yeah, the money's scary in the beginning to invest that much, but the money you're going to make, you're going to pay it back quickly, and it's not going to be a concern a few months down the road. To minimize the risk, what I did is I took out a zero interest Chase Slate credit card that has zero interest for 18 months. So in my mind, I'm like, I will absolutely pay this back in 18 months. Like, that wasn't even a concern. But worst case scenario, I had that big cushion of time to pay it back. And the other thing, LuLaRoe does offer a buyback program. So let's say you're doing this and it's just, I don't know, it's not for you. You change your mind. You've invested all this money. They will buy back all your inventory. I believe it's 90% and 90% cost. So there is a way out. Will you be out a little bit of money? Yeah, but you're not going to be out, $5,000 or $6,000. So there's always that little safety net if needed, but it's not going to be needed. You'll be fabulous at this. Again, the numbers speak for themselves if you're willing to work hard. Okay, so if you're willing to work hard and put in the time, you will succeed at this business. Concern number 3, I don't know 1,000 people. Who are my customers going to be? To that I say, I did not know 1,000 people either. I had about 200 friends in my personal Facebook page, and of them, probably like half of them are women. So, I didn't have a huge group to start with. I had about 100 girls that I could ask to join my shop group. And of that, maybe 10, 15, 20 of them were going to kind of stay and shop from me. So that shouldn't be a concern because there's so many ways to build up your shop group. I currently have, after 2 months, I have 1,700 people in my shop group. And, when I first started and I first opened up my Facebook shop group page, I started with about 150 within a few days. Okay, so there's so many ways to get your customers. Again, LuLaRoe sells itself. Like, people are looking for you. They're seeking you out. So you build up that group by doing giveaways, by asking friends to add friends. Once you start your business, you have online hostesses. That's been huge for me. So you have ladies that I do it during my weekly Wednesday sale, but basically, like, I create an event page for the hostess a week before my shop date. She adds all of her friends, and then for about a week, I educate them. I do a giveaway. We talk about LuLaRoe, get them excited, and then the day of my sale, she adds all of her friends to my shop page. They shop. Anything they buy, she gets credit for. She earns free items for every 10 items sold. But it floods a lot of new people into my group. So that's really helped me to build up my shop group. You can also build up your group by having an Instagram account and posting in it daily and hashtagging it. And people it'll drive them to your page. So again, giveaways, word of mouth, online hostesses, Instagram. Oh, and of course, wear LuLaRoe all the time and talk about it. So you don't need to be, like, super outgoing and aggressive to do it. Like, I am not one that wants to go up and be like, hey, you want to have a party for me? Like, that's not my style at all. But I wear LuLaRoe all the time. And everyone from my coworkers, I'm a teacher, my coworkers to strangers, they ask about it. And it makes it an easy opening for me to talk about the company, hand them a business card, tell them to check out my shop group. But because the product sells itself so much, you don't need to be out there, again, like, knocking on people's doors, begging for parties. People will come to you for parties. I get emails all the time. People find me, I think, on, they either find my group or through friend to friend, or LuLaRoe has a map, or they put you on the map. And people reach out to me all the time about wanting to come over and shop, about, can you do an in-home party? So it will come to you. Again, you've got to do the work there. You've got to promote yourself. You've got to get out there. But don't worry if you don't know 1,000 people or if you feel a little shy. That's not a problem. Okay, so let's see. We talked about money, family support, knowing 1,000 people. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about is time. So when do you squeeze it in? That was a big concern for me as well, because I teach middle school. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old. I have 2 dogs. So I'm like, where am I going to add this to my plate, right? It was not hard to do. Did I have to sacrifice other things? Yes. Like maybe not watching as much TV or going on the computer. But it doesn't take away from my family time, because I do most of my work at night. My kids go down at 8 and I'm out in the garage working. My husband comes out there and hangs out. He'll play music and stuff. But I probably put in about 20 hours a week. I currently do 1 sale a week on Wednesdays. I'm going to start doing some Periscope, so that will kind of increase my workload a bit. But, as a middle school teacher, I'm not home during the day. I'm at work. So what worked for me was 1 sale a week, working in the evenings. And like I told you my numbers before, I'm very happy with how much I've been selling. And again, that's with about 20 hours worth of work a week. I basically, Mondays, Tuesday nights, I photograph my inventory. Wednesday, I have my sale. That's probably my biggest time commitment. On Wednesdays, I start my sale at 6 p.m. PST, and I'm usually up to about 11 or midnight because, I'm responding to people. I start to pull their packages. I start to send invoices. Thursday, I'll start to get those packages ready for shipping. Like, I'll print shipping labels. Friday, I kind of finalize them, and then usually Friday afternoon, after work, I drop off my packages at the local UPS store, and then I repeat. But my weekends are my weekends with my family. So you can work 20 hours a week. You can work 10 hours a week if you want. You can work 50 hours a week. It's really up to you. But with my personal experience, 20 hours a week has brought me, like, I've had great sales. And it's completely doable. So anyway, yeah, none of those reasons should prevent you from selling LuLaRoe if you feel driven to do this. That's all I have to say. You will make it happen if you want it to happen. If you want more information, you can reach out to me in the comments, leave me your email address, or you can email me directly at LuLaRoekimstinson@gmail.com. And if you're looking for a sponsor, I am growing my team right now. So I've got 4 wonderful ladies on my team, and we have a little team page set up, and we're very supportive with each other. I absolutely love the girls I'm working with. So the connections you will make with this company are amazing. And if you want to join my team, I would be more than happy to help you out. So just reach out to me and have a great day. Thanks.